party, Effie, Talia, Akane, and Franklin all arrived to STREWN, which is a city that has a whole bunch of people, too many people, so many people. The guard was all like, you can't come in here. Effie and Talia was all like, can we? And Franklin's like, I want friends. Akane steal stuff, and then we all had to like help people. Talia was tossing babies, Effie was catching babies, Akane was run. 3 of us got bagged, 1 of us got moist. We were captured into what feels like a big moving train. We can't get out of this. Effie was in a different thing who was with like some type of cool shaman dude. His name was Alador, and Alador was like, yo, chill, dog. But Effie was all like, but I don't want to do the thing. And then all of a sudden, a chill dog showed up and like rescued us all. We all got rescued. We killed 3 bad guys who was like, stop doing the thing. And now we're traveling with the group of heroes and stuff. That was episode 1!
The sun falls towards the horizon, and the mists begin to settle over the fields as BOBSEN gathers his flock. A long but pleasant day with the herd. Most won't go near the gap, let alone graze their animals this close to it. But BOBSEN has been doing it for years without much incident. Meandering up the lane, while ushering in the ewes to their pen for the night, he stifles a yawn. Feed hits trough and water fills basin, to the gentle baying of a score of sheep. Just as he closes the gate's latch, a shrill cry goes up from the pen, followed by another, then another. Audible pops over an array of terrified bleats fill the air. The guttural sight of flesh rending and many maws chewing is all that BOBSEN sees in the waning light. Moments stretch into minutes, until all that remains inside the protective pen are patches of strewn wool and hundreds upon hundreds of arm-sized worms. BOBSEN steps back as they turn and slither towards the pen's sole exit. Elsewhere, smoke and char fill the air with muffled sound of failing steam bellows. Dunning has searched for hours yielding no other survivors. Only the occasional remains of his captors and their bizarre horseless chariots. He's lost count of how long since the raid had taken him and many of the refugees, and he's never had a very good sense of direction. Left with only one thing to do now, get back to his boy, Ridgie. Somehow, but which way? Spinning in the subtle glow of a waxing crescent moon, Dunning chooses a direction at random and begins his trudge. Surely he'll find his way, or someone to point him towards it. Big ones lurk around the food holder. Dishes of their vile red water pass between them. One of the big one's trunks, Metal Man, moves and flushes Bingles from his comfort spot under the food holder, hoping to grab a piece of food as it drops. So much mewing and chatter, and yet they say nothing. Mama looks towards Bingles with a knowing smile. She is the best of the big ones. Bingles leaps onto her bent trunks and eats the offered victuals, whilst the Metal Man and foul-smelling green ones mew over things that are not food on the food holder. Bingles has tried to eat the big flat color not food, and got a swipe from the greens. Only Mama cares about Bingles, and maybe Metal Man too, but not the greens. The recent days have been long and hard for Tala, Akane, Effie, and Franklin, moving from one raided town to another. It seems this is the first time in nearly 4 days they've been able to catch a breather. A hot stew in their bowls and fresh clothing can go a long way towards righting wrongs. The four sit around the small sheltered campfire, while the Shuni, Dexter, the half-orc who made the stew, and a hooded elf stand apart talking. Voices seem to raise, then fall again into hushed whispers. Turning to view the huddled adventurers and seeming content, the elf and half-orc take their leave into the wilds, leaving you alone. Dexter motions to remain seated and states that he's going on a scout around the camp. Get some rest, and we'll talk in the morning. The crackle of fire, the warmth of the stew, and the memories of the last few days are what concern you now. The world is yours. What do you do?
Wild magic!
We just were all like, what?
For who? For who? Is that for a specific person? That's for
No,
everyone?
wild magic is a all-encompassing deal. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, well, what's
Okay,
happening?
let's see here.
Okay.
Wow.
Who wants to roll a d6?
I got you.
Am I still sick?
That would be a.
Until you sleep, yeah.
Well, getting those ones out of the way.
Okay. Are you ready for this?
No.
Nope.
This is called Confidence and Ability. For the rest of the episode, you can no longer roll your own d20s and must choose someone to roll for you each time.
No.
However, on a natural 20, the chosen person can choose to keep the 20 for their next roll, giving you a natural 1 in its stead. A hero point cannot change this.
Oh, that's so rude.
Are you prepared to betray me today?
Are you Hey, guess what, guys? I got a really nice dice here. I got a nice dice.
Cinematic mode.
I'm not giving you guys my nice D20. I'm giving you.
Who will betray who this day?
That is basically the theme of this camp, I guess.
I'm scared.
I'm so scared.
I'm so glad I have nothing but checks.
Okay. Can I start this off and like go over in the bushes and try and make myself not sick?
Oh, you want to go retch and,
Yeah, I
and
have to
remove
like roll.
your...
Do I have to roll something, or if I?
No, you can just spend the time
okay.
and just like
Oh, okay. Nobody has to take my
get it out. Yeah.
my health. Okay, cool. Because I want to eat some soup. So.
Okay, so you can kind of go and find a spot away from the camp and retch to cure your voluntary sickness that you brought upon yourself.
Nope.
She's not down.
Dang, I'm muttering under my breath about that doctor.
Now, question: Does Akane, because of her fox ears, can she hear the retching that is happening for our poor Effie?
Roll a perception, I
I'm not
guess.
trying to be too sneaky. So
Wait, so now it's the swapping of the.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah,
choose
who
someone to
do you
actually
want to
roll
roll
the dice
for?
for you.
I'm gonna. Your dice were on fire last time, so I'm gonna say yours.
Okay. I'll roll the good one for this because I don't care. You can fight me. Oh, is it her modifier still? Though?
Yeah.
Oh, it's still my modifier.
So you give her the
Sorry,
base.
It's not the best. It's a 9 plus whatever perception.
Okay.
Oh, this is going
That's well. I mean, that's a +7. So
16.
yeah, so 16. That's not
Okay.
You hear me throwing up?
You hear. It's not a lot because it's mostly the bile stuff
Yeah, I
because
was
she was
hungry.
in bed for a while.
And all I had was juice.
Can I
Yeah.
go to our chef person who
It's you.
There's no one.
It's
There's
you.
no one.
Yeah, the chef
Do
and
they
the elf are
have
gone.
anything? They're, like as far as just like supplies for because I feel like Akane would know what that is like. I don't know. You have a night of a lot of dwarven ale, and sometimes you got to settle your stomach. So maybe she's looking for something to try to help.
So you are in essentially like a rocky overhang, like tucked back in a little bit. There are 4 bedrolls and 4 sets of clothing, essentially.
Okay.
You have each have a bowl of stew, and that's all the stuff there. That's all
There's
that's
no, like,
here
Nothing.
currently.
There's
You can
nothing
go.
else.
You can go into the woods and try and find some medicinal herb or some such.
There's no gunpowder.
If
there's nothing.
if I have medicine but I don't have nature, would that help me find?
I mean,
With our powers combined, can we?
Yeah.
Sure.
Do you have nature?
You know what? Let me just take a look here.
So you could basically
I
tell
have a
someone what kind of
decent-
herb you're looking for.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they can go-
It's okay. It's not bad.
All right.
It sounds like she's having quite the time. I'm no expert on medicine per se, but maybe there's something in the area.
I have some knowledge. Yes. Maybe something along the lines of mint, or I feel like ginger might be hard out here. Something very soothing. Maybe we should look for a mint plant or
I've been in her shoes
eucalyptus
before.
or-
I'm pretty sure that's not because of drinking too much ale, night at a tavern, but it's awful. It's awful. I hate the
It's
feeling.
Not a good feeling.
No.
And I don't think she had a very eventful night. I mean, not in the way of a tavern, but
Unfortunately, if it was that tavern back at Citrine, I think that would have been a better time than what we had.
Yes.
But let's
mint.
let's see what we can
peppermint, spearmint, wintergreen, mint.
find. Okay.
Okay, so you're gonna roll essentially a medicine check,
Okay.
DC 15. So by you rolling, someone else will roll
yeah.
it for you, and this will be to aid to whoever rolls
Let's
your nature
roll each
check.
other's.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So roll medicine check.
Okay. 16.
Nice.
That's
Oh,
not
a
bad.
16.
Not a bad
Oh, then
start.
that's a dirty 20.
Okay, so you will get a +2 to your
Roll for
nature
them.
roll. Should have thought this.
Wait,
Way to go.
hold on. I missed my dice tray.
If you want it, if you want it to be in the dice, then it's in the
I want it
tray.
to be
It's
in the
fine.
tray.
That's the
As long as it's constant.
That's a 4 plus 2.
4 so
Plus 2.
Plus nature.
Plus 2.
plus your what? So 6 plus your nature.
You got a hero point.
Yeah. Plus I know.
Wait,
You
if
know what?
someone else
Hold
rolls,
on.
did they
That's
have to
the
use the
D20.
hero point,
Yeah.
or did they?
same. Yeah.
Oh,
So like
dang it.
Erica would have to use her hero point for her reroll.
No, she'd have to use her hero point, but
Then
I
Erica.
would
Erica
have to
would roll.
reroll.
I
Yeah.
love this
know what?
magic. I love this magic so much.
You
This
know
is
what?
best.
Because I feel so bad. Akane feels so bad because she hates the idea of retching.
Yeah.
She's
so
gonna
good.
use her hero.
All right, I'm gonna use a different die then.
That one's done.
Here we go. Do I need to
yeah.
pass that back?
Okay, that's a 10 plus a 2, so 12 plus
14.
2.
14.
Okay.
I would level 1. I was like, why are you so low?
That's right.
You forget.
It's your little baby. Yeah, okay, so you like kind of disappear into the underbrush a little bit,
Hey.
looking around at all of the growth. You're like, that's a weed, that's meh. And you find something that could be in the mint family.
What is?
It's a very sharp and cooling kind of smell.
All right. It might work. And then she's gonna put it in her pocket, try to grab a few more leaves of that. Anything else? Do I spot anything else? That's it.
That's it. That's
Okay.
what you got there.
Then I will take the leaves or the pieces that I find and hand them over. Unfortunately, this is all I can find.
I'll sniff it.
It smells fresh. It might or might not be some form of wild mint.
Please don't poison
Okay.
me worse.
My thing is, I don't have nature, I have medicine. I'll boil I'll make her a little tea.
Okay, make a tea. Take some water from the skin, put it in the, heat it up. All right.
I'll walk over, I'll hand it to Effie. We heard you're sick, and stand her the tea.
I'll take the tea. That doctor gave me something that made me so ill.
That doesn't sound like a good doctor. Maybe, well, the good news is I don't think you have to go to that doctor ever again, so.
Yeah. Did he like leave, or did he just like?
Roll a perception check.
Wait. Okay. We gotta.
They want.
Or who's gonna roll
Yeah.
it?
Sorry. With your roll perception.
Okay.
Your dice are great.
Okay. We're gonna see.
Oh, that is my lucky number. But wait, what am I? Perception.
Perception.
It's not too bad. Oh no, it's kind of bad. It's an 11. Level 1. Okay.
Yeah, you haven't seen him really since somewhere along the walk.
Well, I'll like whisper to Tala. I'll be like, I'm pretty sure he just wanted to keep me in the infirmary with him.
I mean, understandable. You are delightful company.
Stop it. And I'll bring my little tea and we'll reunite with the group, I guess. Walk over. They're just by the fire. What's
they're just hanging out by
Franklin
the fire.
doing? Is he just? Oh. Hey, follow.
Okay, question. Because this is gonna get, I know we're gonna get bogged down with this wild magic. Do you guys want, you know what, let's put it to chat. We'll put it to chat. All right, chat.
Oh.
We'll do a poll in there. It looks like there's one actually running here. Basically, the question is, on the rolls, do you use your bonuses or the person's bonus?
Oh, no. Oh, come on.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
Because they're
their ability. you mean.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so like for that perception roll,
Yeah.
she would have added her perception.
Yeah.
Then you
and my
just choose the
perception is
best
higher.
person. Well,
I don't
it
want-
helps us if we choose the person,
That
because then you would
comes
just
down to you figuring out who's good at what.
like if it's a strength thing, I'll choose Tala.
Yeah, I guess that makes
It's like,
sense.
I mean, it's really up
if it's
to
an
what
intelligence thing, I'll
what
choose Franklin.
chat says here.
Yeah,
Right.
I think chat said yes.
I forgot that
So far,
Franklin is smart.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
starting to
no,
balance out.
intelligence choose Franklin.
Yeah, don't choose me. Don't choose me.
you
Franklin
want to
knows what
fail.
mint is, but can't use it.
I got a +1 in intelligence. you
All right,
know?
so far there's
Rolling
only
Zilch.
+4.
yeah. So far there's only one vote against using the other person.
Okay.
So or using your own
One vote against using your own or for using your own?
for using one vote for how we were doing it.
Okay.
Okay.
My head
So we're
hurts.
not
We're
doing that.
yeah.
My head
This
hurts.
whole wild magic thing, I'm like, oh my gosh.
It's wild.
It's wild.
really wild.
It's
I'm
wild.
Vegas, I should be able to understand this.
Why?
So from now on, the person who rolls your d20 will add their modifiers
Okay.
to your roll.
Okay.
To their
Okay.
to that roll.
That is
With the exception of the natural 20 being
Okay.
extremely low.
okay. With my character build, that doesn't help me
Yeah.
at all.
Wait until combat.
No, thank you.
Oh no.
All will save.
haven't even
All
thought
will
of
save.
it. Wait, like to hit too?
Yeah. That's a d20, isn't it?
Yeah. Have Franklin swing.
But
Do it. Do it.
You guys are
Okay.
sitting around the campfire.
Franklin is actually sitting behind Tala because fire's not
Oh, okay, that's fair.
but you see Franklin with like this little tinker toy, like humanoid mechanical thing in his hand, and he's like talking to him. He's like, "I met so many new friends. There was 2 tall ladies, and there was a fox lady, and then we got captured, and then we got put in the train, and then we got out of the train, and then I sang a song, and people went to sleep, and I did it, and I deserve candy." And he just starts eating his soup because apparently puppets need to eat food, and I confirmed that, and they sleep. Also creepy. So like you see like this
Oh.
this like sack boy just like
Where does it go?
Yeah, like, what?
into the unknown.
Like you stand up and like chicken squirts out of your stuffing.
Yeah, I looked it up.
Wait, does that mean Franklin's moist now?
Franklin's always moist?
Always?
Always.
We're already way off the rail.
There was a rail to begin with?
There was the semblance of a rail.
Okay.
There was
No.
at least a train station.
Basically, like, I want to say, like, Franklin has been, like, ever since he rode you into battle, like, on your shoulders, he's been, like, following you mostly because you're the safest option so far.
Aw.
So, like, he's just using you as a wall between him and fire because, you know,
I'll protect you from fire.
hey! And he's just rambling to his little story. He's like, I hope I find more friends. And if anyone needs help going to sleep, I can help with that. I'm real good at sleeping things.
Elaborate?
When I woke up a couple months ago and didn't know what I was supposed to do, I knew one thing, and that was to help people go to sleep because I really like the nighttime, and so I can make it so that you can go to sleep by blacking out your eyes, so that you will, but we're not disturbed by any light, so you get a good amount of sleep. And then I sing to you, and I did that to a bird once. I found a bird, and it was like not sleeping at night, so I blacked out its eyes and I sang to it, and it never got up again. And I was like, yay, good sleep.
That is so sweet of you,
Thank you.
Franklin, for wanting to assist us in our sleeping habits.
You need help sleeping?
No, not
I'm
at
very good.
I
Help
sleep like a
sleeping?
rock.
No,
Sure?
no.
Okay.
That is so wonderful of you.
I will let you know if I have trouble.
Okay, if you need help sleep, I'm here because I'm good at being a friend to help you sleep.
I'm sure we will need your help in other ways.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, I like the dark.
Franklin, who is your little friend?
Oh, this is this is Tim. I call him Tim Took. And you see this like little mechanical like round ball with like a head and legs and arms. He is my good friend, and every once in a while I look at him and it's like, hey Tim, can you help me put people to sleep? And Tim would be like, yeah. And so I just play with him a little bit, and then the next day I get all sorts of new ways to interact with my friends.
So does that one speak as well?
No, Tim's very shy.
Oh.
Wait, but you didn't say that it cannot speak, just that it's shy.
Well, Tim speaks to me, yeah, because we're good friends. We're best friends. We woke up together.
Woke up. Is that similar to the way that you put people to sleep, or what exactly are we implying here?
Can I like Arcana roll?
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Now I'm like, wait, is it a lie?
No, you did the roll last time.
But on the little guy?
Oh, on the little guy?
Yeah.
Like how
Because
small?
he said we woke up
you're
together and she's
occult,
just gonna
right?
take that.
Yeah, that'd be an occultism roll.
Okay.
Wait, how small is this thing?
Dang it, my occultism. Lamar, you roll it for me. Okay.
Oh yeah, I keep
Mine's
forgetting
a
about
plus
magic.
6. So that's
Okay, mine's plus 7.
Oh, nice.
So that is 16.
Oh, there we go.
Is it alive?
It is kind of alive. You know that in order for witches to have abilities, they have a patron or a connection. Some have familiars, some, and this is probably functioning somewhere in that realm, like an automaton.
Thank you. Okay, cool.
But it is, I believe it's an automaton, right? Yeah. So it's alive.
It's moving.
It's TikTok from
What did you call it? Tim
Return to Oz.
Tim Took.
Okay,
Tim
got
It's
it.
Tim Took.
Tim Took.
His name's Tim Took. Because when I woke up, he goes, Tim. And I was like, I took you.
Ah. All right.
Yeah, he's my good friend. He helps me sleep really well because when he's around, I feel safe. And then every once in a while, I can make him do this. And he's like, poof! And then he vanishes in thin air. Ha!
What?
All right.
The subsplosion that came in granted you a group pool hero point.
So, Akane.
No.
Akane.
Correct. Correct.
Okay, I had it right the first time.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm not
No
used
offense
to...
taken. We did just recently get thrown together after all.
Yes. So, tell me more about you. Where did you come from? How did you end up here?
Oh, again, you know, I'm not from any particular place. I'm a traveler. I like finding new places, trying ale from different taverns. Of course, they all don't have the dwarven ale that I prefer, but meh, it's fine, whatever they have. It's just, I like tasting as I go along. So I guess you could say I'm a connoisseur of ale. But, you know, I like just, I don't know, getting to know people and places and things. Correct.
Ah. A thing.
Are you? I thought you were a well, a thing isn't what I would say for what you are, but you're not quite a person either.
Well, every once in a while when I'm walking around, people's like, oh, look at that thing. And I was like, okay,
I mean, aren't we all things, really?
maybe.
I've been called a thing. Well, I've been called plenty of things, actually, depending on the place.
I like your ears.
Thank you very much. I'm quite fond of them myself. I wouldn't want anyone to take them away from me.
Can I pet them?
What, I'm sorry, pet?
Can I rub your ears? They're so cute.
And then Akane's probably like, you're not going to do the special darkness to put me to sleep, correct?
Oh, no, I don't put my friends to sleep unless they want me to.
Oh, okay. And then she's gonna lower herself down and kind of like position herself near Tala and kind of look at Tala like, okay, like if something goes off. It's just like kind of a subtext with the eyes.
Tala
and then she
nods at you.
leans. She leans. They kind of twitch a little bit.
He reaches up with both of his hands and just kind of rubbing. Thank you. You're soft. And you're
Have
not.
you never met one of my kind before?
No, I'm only 6 months old.
6 months, that is not a lot of time to...
No.
So you are not well traveled as I am, I'm assuming.
No, it was tall thing and then tossed into a bag and then thrown into a river and then I got out and then I met a bird, helped them sleep and then I walked into a new tavern and then a small big thing picked me up and I was their friend for a while and then I made someone else go to sleep and then I got tossed into a road where this one picked me up and I just decided to hang out with this one because so far this Tal is the longest one that hasn't harmed me yet.
Oh, that is so sad.
That sounds quite awful that you've had such negative experiences on your
It's
travels.
okay. I'm still here and many people are asleep.
When you say asleep,
We're still trying to figure out this
have they woken up from that sleep?
I don't know. They go to sleep. I sing a song. They go to sleep. I walk away.
You know what? Let's change this topic for
Yes.
a bit. You've asked about where I'm from, which is neither here nor there. I am curious, since you are from Citrine, was it
Yes.
originally? Tell me more about yourselves. You seem quite the interesting pair.
Well, I am a guard for the house Egan, and Effie here is a dancer.
I'll do a little pirouette.
A dancer and a god. Walk into a tavern. Oh no, we're not. You don't want to hear me try to tell jokes. That is not my forte. Anyway, how did that come about? So you're a performer for this house Egan?
Yeah, well, Effie is.
Yes, they adopted me at a very young age, and I've learned in their care, and they've been very kind and generous. And Tella has been there for quite a long time as well, so we kind
My
of
whole life.
yeah, we grew up together.
So do you guard the dancer or do you dance for the guard?
Oh, well, we were just delivering a message on behalf of our house. New job. So
I am generally in charge of London, the youngest Egan child. He, but sometimes they send me off on other quests and missions and things of that sort. But
Tella's good at everything.
Your skill was quite impressive from what I saw.
Thank
Very
you.
well trained.
I'm fairly well trained. I'm still but a level 1 champion.
Well, I would have loved to see those skills in action. If only we could have sparred together. But all of my items seem to not be with me at the moment.
Yes.
I am missing Misery's End and my Bane,
What are
unfortunately.
you missing?
Misery's End and Bane.
Are those weapons?
Of course.
What sort
Any
of
good
weapons?
weapon deserves a good name, don't you think?
Oh,
Fair. Mine did not have names, and
You should change that.
mine doesn't have a
well,
name
I don't
either.
have them anymore. Nah, I mean, I've got this. Pull out the curved blade.
That's
Rusty.
And then when that happens, Akane then like shows her like claws, like, and I have these. But I would definitely prefer to have my other belongings, and I'm sure.
I imagine when you show your claws, you have your little thing. Like Franklin just holds up Tim in between you two.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do I have my tome, or can I not do a single thing?
Yeah, you're
They just thought it was a normal book, right? They wouldn't take that from me.
no, you're sans spell book right now.
So I can't cast any magic, can I? Not even cantrips?
Anything that you had memorized previously, you can.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
We're good. I haven't even been in combat. I got all my spells still. I just can't change for tomorrow. So I'll still have message, don't worry.
Oh, good.
Good.
Can I keep an eye out for when Dexter returns? I want to ask him, like, what the heck was that? We just got kidnapped by an army and then rescued.
Sure.
Wait, he
Keep
went
an
out
eye out.
to...
Yeah, you went out to essentially
something,
scout around and
Yeah. Okay.
and protect. Roll a perception to keep an eye out for
Here
him.
we go.
They said they had good friends.
I do.
Mine's
I gotta, yeah, you do.
Perception, yeah.
4.
I should have made a rule where you can't ask.
Okay, that
I know.
is 18.
Well, no, I didn't. It was more, okay.
Yeah, no,
If you had any more rules
I
for
was
this
asking
magic,
myself. No,
What if we just answer? Let's not ask, then we just answer.
Yay, thank you.
That would be another hero point.
Where is the Shuni?
What's the number? What's
Is
the
that 18?
18.
Yeah.
You haven't caught sight of him going around?
where you at, Doc?
He's out ranging slash.
Are you looking for something?
Yes, that Shuni, I figured we might ask some questions, gain some information while we're here. I'm always happy to report back to our house. All I got was the Army of True Favor. This is the only... And that we were going to build things for them, but...
Hero points! I feel like I'm dropping them really hard.
They definitely land that way, my dog.
It says that we have 4 hero points. I only see 3 on the table.
Yeah, what the heck?
Question.
That's true. I don't know why one started on there.
I'm pretty sure we're owed
I'm
it.
pretty sure you owed us. an
That's
extra
not
hero
wrong
point, my dog.
ever, so...
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
We'll compare notes at the break.
Okay, well,
How late at night is it right now?
It's getting on. Like you've been probably talking for a couple hours, like chit chatting, learning about each other.
Oh, good. So Effie's not poisoned.
Yeah, no, Effie's.
Okay.
It was like a weird wild spearmint type thing. You're
Yeah,
good. Cool. Yeah.
I'm drinking my tea. It's very delightful.
I was gonna have you roll some con checks, but I'm not that cruel.
Oh.
Oh
I'll have someone do it.
No.
no. I mean,
What's my con? My con's 1.
So
Yeah,
it's
one?
it's
Oh,
about it's probably about 11 because it was evening when the wagon train got derailed or got when you got sprung, I guess. So it's getting on pretty late.
Franklin's just gonna like lean his Talia and like curl up into a small ball with this little Tinker guy who just goes, "Hi," and just like flop down.
Just like Woody.
This full toast
And he's
started
coming.
like,
College gives him a pat. Well, now I don't know if I'm going to want to move. I don't want to disturb little Franklin.
Franklin is quite adorable when it's not moving. The red eyes just, I'm sorry, it throws me off for a second.
to remind you, it is a blood red button eyes. They do not blink.
Yep.
So when so Akane's looking at those eyes, like it throws me off. Like I don't know what to make of our dear Franklin.
I guess there would have not really been a way to know if you had actually just gone to sleep or just like flopped
Just
over.
flopped over.
Is anyone doing anything fancy? Are you going to sleep? Are you staying up overnight? What's your play here? Remember, it's day 3.5 since being sacked.
It's been 3 days since we got sacked?
Yeah.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, you were on the cart.
We have a long way to go.
And that hero point was a carryover from last week. I'm being told.
Oh, I see.
I'm being told.
As you should be.
Being told.
I don't have anything fancy. I was gonna ask Dexter what's going on with this whole army business if he comes back, but if he doesn't,
Yes.
then I'll probably just
That's
keep
pretty
it
much
for the morning.
We could take watches just to make sure that, you know, and in case Dexter returns, we can wake you up.
Is there anyone else watching? Or is it just
It's
us?
just you four.
Yeah, we
Oh,
probably
so we're
should
fully
then.
separated.
And Dexter said, "Hey, sleep. He's got it." But
Oh, so he's
Oh, so he is on watch.
yeah.
Oh, then let's just sleep.
I
Just like
I did receive quite a few injuries, and you see her like wincing in pain and like her side. And she's like, you know, I would love to continue our conversation, especially since we seem to be getting along quite well, I would say. But I think it's time for me to rest.
rest, please.
Understandably.
And then she like kind of limps over to wherever any of the bedrolls are to like release the bedroll to try to like get some rest. Cause she needs it. She needs it real bad.
Okay, did we get Pax back?
as of now, no.
Oh.
So just
We're
on the
sleeping
ground.
floor.
Yeah, you got. I mean, well, you got the bed rolls
We have bedrolls.
Oh.
and a fresh
We have bread rolls and soup.
and clothing.
Bedroll.
But it's like unisex clothing.
Oh, it's not my cute outfit.
You could keep your cute outfit if you want. I'm just saying, there's fresh clothes there if you want them.
Your
No, I must
fresh
represent my house.
3-day-old in a train
Yeah.
cute outfit.
And you're like, there's blood.
Yeah, there
Because
may
you were
be
stabbed
blood, but
and-
it's
Oh,
like,
I was. I forgot about that.
I think we both are covered in blood, but it's just like, no, our clothes are too swaggy.
I love how on
It'll
this,
show how much I sacrificed for my house.
I love how on this side of the table is like, what blood?
I wasn't even in combat.
You became a Gundam for Franklin, and it was great.
Okay, so going to sleep. You're already asleep.
Yeah.
Okay. You close your eyes and drift off to pretty pleasant dreams, considering what a day. It's probably just sheer exhaustion that kind of conks you out, and the fact that Franklin didn't have to put anyone to sleep. And the in the morning you get the faint hum of the birds and the kind of the bugs waking up in the morning, and you hear, just the forest start to come alive as the sun starts to crest over the outcropping that you're camped under. And you awake. Still no sign of Dexter. However, you do see 4 kind of basic packs, more of like, I don't want to say burlap sacks because that could be triggering after what you went through, but more just like canvas bags rather than backpacks. But you look through, and each one seems to have, 6 rations, water skin,
Provisions, basically.
provisions. There's a couple. There's some chalk in there, so it's the equivalent of like a basic adventurer's kit.
Okay.
And laid out on the kind of leaned up against one of the rocks, there's a short sword, there's a staff, and there's what looks like you would know it as a long rifle.
Oh, okay.
It's not. None of them are the best quality,
Okay.
but
Wait, just those 3 things?
no, there's a short sword, there's a kind of a bastard two-handed hand and half sword. There's
I will take that.
the long rifle.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking the long rifle.
And then there's just like a, I'd call it a bow staff, but it's like half of it, half that length. It's more of a quarterstaff, like stick kind of thing.
Is a short sword a dex weapon?
A short sword is finesse, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Love that for me.
love that for you. And they're hastily scribbled on a piece of tree bark that seems to have like just straight been ripped from the tree. It's like, is a note that says, Old Dexter's off to help folks that needs helping.
Stop looking for me.
I don't know what that. I don't know what just popped up. So
Something I know. I saw the corner of my eye.
I think it was a follow, maybe. Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Bonus huzzah.
Huzzah!
Be safe, be well, and avoid the army of true favor.
We don't even know how they found us the first time.
Sure you do. They raided the town you were standing outside of.
But say we may want to go in that direction to get items that were taken.
Is a note. Yeah.
What?
No, I'm talking
Oh,
to
yeah,
the
yeah,
group.
okay. I just wanted to make sure.
I'm talking to the group.
Yeah.
Wait, say that again?
Let's say perhaps we decide to go towards this army to get the items that were taken from us.
I had plans on returning to House Egan in Citrine.
Don't think there's much we can do against an army.
I can barely fight a person.
I mean, there's always ways to get around direct confrontation, if you understand. Sneaking, finesse.
I am aware of such things, and I'm not. That's not really what I'm best at.
Understandable.
Perhaps in Citrine you might find better help. Maybe they're aware of the situation or this army and they can send others.
Yes, we could ask House Egan, or we could ask my good friend Dreen Emberheart. I'm planning on going to meet him. We could ask him about the Army of True Favor.
Now, do you believe that this time we would be able to get in?
He's the guard captain.
Okay.
Well, maybe after the raid, they'd be like, we're just happy to see you here, and you want to be my friend.
The army?
Oh, the
if we go back
at Citrine.
back to your home, the guards would be like, yeah, you're back. You didn't get taken away. There's so many sacks, and you escaped. We can be friends now, and you can be safe inside where you won't be captured.
Or hopefully it will be less chaotic at the gates and they will just let us in.
I'm sure they lost a lot of people.
Unfortunately, that is probably correct, Franklin.
Wait, are we awake now? Wait, what happened?
No, we are in a dream.
I forgot that we woke up.
That happens.
Franklin's got some powers.
We're in a shared dream right now.
Remember,
Yes,
actual
we woke
Franklin.
up. We got the things. Those things all happened. My brain
Tala loves to have a cup of coffee in the morning. You see, she takes a lot.
I'm very dependent on caffeine.
The hot brown stuff, liquids. Yes.
Hot bean juice.
We're used to it at the house.
At the maturity of a 2-year-old.
You're a 6-month-old, so.
6 months, baby.
With that,
Sorry.
with the amount of we have traveled and the markings we've done, is there any way for us to get our bearings to know which direction Citrine would be?
Well, I mean, you know where the sun came up, so you can find east pretty easily. But so someone give me a nature or survival check to kind of know
I think
direction.
you have to choose, Jared, right? 'Cause
Whoever wants to roll one.
Oh my game.
I have a 2 for both. Does anyone have higher?
Akane.
Should you have a nature? Aren't you a good nature?
I mean, you don't know everything about Akane
True.
just yet.
Survival is an option.
No, but believe it or not, survival is not an intelligent stat.
It's not. I guess I would be the one.
I'll do it.
Oh,
Oh,
do it.
Well, do it.
Do it.
that's a natural.
Nat 20. Oh.
So you have the option to keep that for your next in need of a die roll, or you can apply it.
Pretty.
But if you keep it, she gets a 1.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I feel like, you know what? I don't even mind. I'm not going to be mad if you
For
do that.
this one?
Yeah, do it.
For
do it,
this
do
one,
it. It's fine.
I want us to move the plot forward. That's a natural 20 for a 21.
Okay, all right. Yeah, you're like, sun's coming up there, hills running down here. Pre-storm, there was the river down there. Citrine is that way 3.5 days on foot.
That
no, I
way
guess it'd be
about,
5 days on foot. Yeah.
5 days on foot.
5 days.
Up.
I pick Franklin, I put him on my shoulders.
Uppies.
Uppies.
5 days for me is
Uppies
a
for the boys.
long time.
And you begin your long march back to Citrine through the power of DM magic, GM magic. The sparkling and black and white speckled walls of Citrine open before you as you crest the hill.
Thank goodness that was an easy. What was that?
Through the eye of the storm.
I don't know what's happening.
Wait, we do have full health now, right?
You should be
Thank God.
should be back
Yeah.
unless you were heckin' hurt. Because it's level times con modifier per night.
I
Technically,
also
you
would have
never-
been doing lay on
Yeah.
hands, so
Okay,
I feel
okay.
like
Technically, you never told me.
And if you have medicine, you can actively
yeah,
treat
I have
someone.
medicine. I have lay on hands. We
Over-
could have been hanging out. And
Yeah.
Over 3 days.
Okay.
We're good.
Unless you decide to fight a bear.
I mean, I needed to see make
Does the
sure
bear have her
our DM was merciful, you
As
know?
far as we know, nothing happened.
Yeah, nothing extra. You move
Uneventful
quietly.
3.5 days.
You move quietly in underbrush
Okay.
to make your way back to Citrine. Notably different, there are no longer the ramshackle houses outside of the gates this time. The gates are partially closed, and guards hold them. The remnants of the Terrytown that was there is very clear. Shattered wood and cloth lay strewn about. And you can see it off in the corner, kind of a mound of stone and dirt that wasn't there before. You can assume that that's probably like a common burial ground. But no one bars your entry into the city. As you get into the city itself, the streets are packed. It seems everyone that was on the outside that survived the ransacking is now on the inside of the city walls, whether there is space for them or not. You see people hanging out of haylofts, people huddled into alleyways and corners that have an overhang, and basically anywhere that will fit a bed or pallet has been claimed by someone. I assume that Tala and Effie are going to make their way back home.
Yes, we are late.
What about Franklin and Akane? What is your
You hitting up the double duck?
intention?
No, I think that Akane is following the two, especially because of the fact that it seems they have connections, and perhaps they might be of help to retrieve the items that she's lost.
Okay.
And honestly, Tala probably would have just brought Franklin.
I mean, Franklin's just
dragging.
attached.
He's on my shoulder.
Okay, so you guys, you all head back home. You can check in. Where's your check-ins? You obviously should probably check in with the guard captain.
Oh yeah, that's where I'm
You
headed.
probably should check in with your
Yeah.
dance instructor. Yeah. So who wants to go first? And what are you just leaving them in lobby? Or
I
you
mean,
could probably find them quarters.
A little couch in the front walkway. Franklin's just sitting there.
Yeah,
Now
you
you
could
wait
probably
here.
find them quarters if
yeah,
you needed
Play
to.
with Tim Took.
And the awkward elevator music playing.
Yeah.
Wait, so did Akane come with us too?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Then, you guys just are like in the lobby while we come in.
We'll ask someone to get them tea
Tea?
or something.
Okay, yeah.
And
There's
snacks.
And snacks, yeah, that's good.
Oh, and maybe even a glass of ale.
well, based on
We'll just go to the
on current appearances, well,
yeah.
Franklin is already just
I would
like
like to
everyone's
change.
like,
Yep.
but you ask, so like, hey, can we get these cool dudes some food? And you're led down into the kitchens. You're like right in the kitchen. A little table is there, and some food and snacks, and some beverages are placed in front of you to hang out and eat. The maid makes it very clear you're not to leave the kitchen or the worker rooms until someone has seen to you. Mostly because you're all, filthy and bloody and yeah.
Franklin would go over to Akane and kind of sit down in front of him while eating adorable cheeses and stuff like that. And
Baby bells. Only baby bells.
Only baby bells. And it's like, while we wait, you want me to read your fortune?
Is that something that you're able to do?
Yes, Tim said I can.
And then she looks down at the little Tim took. Why do I have a feeling I will regret this later? Sure, why not?
Okay.
When in citrine.
Show me your hat.
One or both?
Yes. Both. I just want to do a random roll. Oh, that's right. Y'all don't have this. God.
Well, what do you want to do? Tell me what you want to do.
I have what's called lore fortune telling.
Oh, no.
And I just want to read their life sign if things are gonna go well.
So give me a lore fortune telling.
Which one of you have lore fortune telling?
This is more.
Could it just be a general lore roll?
Well, this is lore fortune telling is
it's gotta
more
be
the
specific.
history of and how to do it than the act of doing it. It's like
Hannah or a cult name?
Knowing that it's bull.
or knowing
Performance?
knowing the tricks, because there's a difference between knowing how a magic trick works and being able to do a magic trick.
Okay.
So
Well, I'm too far in, so we're
yeah,
still gonna
go
do
for
this.
it. Go for it.
Who would you like to roll?
Who would you like to roll?
I'm gonna roll your own fortune.
All right.
You are the master of your fate.
You're the master
I'm
of
the
your own
master
fate.
of my own fate. That is a 6.
I'm gonna say that Franklin has been because he knows how to do it, he's going to try to do it.
Okay.
But maybe Fox hands are different than humanoid.
Well, Brianna, add your lore fortune telling to that roll.
What if my lore is specifically Kitsune lore?
That is a 0 modifier.
Yeah, because that was a +2 for Kitsune
It would have been a
lore,
+7 for some reason.
So 6 would be your tell her fortune.
Ooh, I can see that you will continue to live at least to the end of this sentence. I was right! Yay! Tim is always right. Tim. Want to hear a song?
I think that you were already at it just now, so why don't you continue?
Meanwhile, in another part of the castle.
Meanwhile, when it's not creepy as heck.
Let's go with Erica.
All right.
Are you reporting first to the guard captain, or are you going to check on London?
Oh, probably guard captain first.
Okay. So you mosey on up to his quarters and rap at the door, and there's an honor guard there, like there always is, and an old wizened voice says, "Oh, come in."
And I go in. And, oh God, what's his name? Drain. Thank you.
Drain Emberheart. He's a dwarf.
I have it right in front of me. I had to just switch apps. I don't know how to do the fancy app switching thing, so I got you. Anyway.
Teamwork.
Captain.
In front of you. Perfect. In front of you stands a dwarf at about 4 foot tall, stocky, definitely muscle, not chub. He carries a short sword on his hip, and he has a long halberd-looking thing with more of just a hook on the top than the blade action. He's like, Talia. No, Tala. Yeah, sorry.
Yes, sir.
So, welcome back. Just in time. How did everything? How did it come out? You were due back days ago.
Yes. Effie and I were kidnapped. As you can see, they have taken my gear. We got the message delivered, and we couldn't get back in the gates. They were not letting people in.
Oh yes. Rightful dread that was. Cost many lives. So you were in the group that were scooped up and taken.
Yes.
That is sad. But you're back.
Yes.
So that is a good thing. However, did you manage to free yourselves?
There was a small dog person who helped us out. What was his name? Dexter. I was like, darn it. Dexter was his name.
Oh.
And he was able to cut the prisoners loose, and we jumped out of a moving train. Things got separated. It was quite an adventure.
Well, glad you're back. You're here now. You should know I've passed because of your absence, and I assumed you were stuck on the outside of the city. I've passed current stewardship of London over to another guard temporarily. I have another.
Which guard?
Let me get my duty roster out. He starts flipping through things. He's like, Langen, nope. I also have to flip tabs. And he's like, oh, I sent him with guard Muhu.
Woohoo.
Muhu. You remember Muhu?
Yes.
He's the little gnomish fella, really quick with a sword.
Yes, he is very, very swift, that one.
But it's all good. There's nothing on London's agenda, especially now with raids and whatnot. I do have another assignment for you.
All right.
Perhaps it's best if you go and speak with this person that I definitely remember their name, with Rhea. Raya. Rhea. I can't make sense of.
Rhea?
I can't make sense of tiefling names.
Yes.
They've got another assignment for you, perhaps.
All right. Would I know that that's the same name as Effie's dancing instructor?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're familiar enough with how that works, even if you're not on the inner sides of that kind of thing.
And I
She's
just
the one who
assume
has-
Effie's probably talked about.
Yeah, and she's the one who kind of assigned us, or I guess they co-assigned us to
Yeah.
the message delivery.
So the dancing instructor has a mission?
Yes. But of potentially utmost importance.
All right, I shall go find Effie and see if she knows where Raya is. Rhea?
Raya, you find out and report back to me, and we'll clear it up. We'll clear it up and make it good.
I'll tell you.
Raya?
It's Rhea.
Akane? Akane?
I mean, it's Italian, Jared, if you just changed it right now. Now's the time since we haven't met her yet. But it was Rhea.
I don't know. It was in text for so long that.
You decided to spell it like this, Jared.
I'm still laughing about Muhu.
Muhu is a fierce gnomish warrior, Lamar. Muhu. Let's whip pan over to the dancing hall.
Dance hall?
Yeah, the back of the dance hall. You move one of the leg bars.
The same as a fighting studio.
Yeah. Except instead of mirrors, it's
dance
just
battling.
weapons. Yeah.
Yeah. It looks like a training room.
And there's an older tiefling lady standing before you.
What's her name?
Her name is Rhea.
Okay, go.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a note that is a long I.
It's R-I-Y-A.
Yeah,
Rhea?
Rhea.
Okay, I typed in Rhea. I gotta read it.
Oh boy.
Rhea.
I'll walk in still all bloody and dirty and ready to report.
You take steps in, and instantly she looks at you. And what did we learn?
Several things of not much importance. That oat cart girl, she married the captain of a guard, and people have gone missing, and animals around the outskirts of town, which I didn't know why, but then I got kidnapped by an army, so I'm pretty sure I know why now. That would be the army of the true favor. And most importantly, the Kreren. This is something I've memorized. I'm not reading from notes that I took. Kreren? The Kreren Empire's head of coin was caught in a plot to steal money from the Empire and funnel it to fund a rebellion.
A rebellion against whom, dearie?
That was all they said, and I never heard any more about it.
Oh, you must learn to ask follow-up questions.
Oh, well, I wasn't asking, I was just listening.
You must learn when to ask questions. But good enough for a first time out. Good enough to warrant a second attempt. Anyway, tell me, where is your friend Tala?
She went to report to Dreen. She is here, though, and alive, although she was also put in a sack.
I've also noticed that you returned with some new companions.
Yes.
The kitsune and the
Yes.
doll with feelings.
It's called a puppet, actually, and it's a doll with a soul, rather.
Oh, well, who am I to say what and what doesn't have a soul? Why don't you collect each other and meet me back here after you've cleaned yourself, of course, and re-provisioned yourselves. You'll be going out on the road, and I have very specific intentions for you.
Again, has anything happened while I've been away?
Oh, just the raiding this army of true valor, true favor. Sorry, different army, different time.
Feels like another army.
Have raiding, and we don't know much about it. Which I will tell you when you are all together. I'd rather say it one time than full.
I will go fetch them then.
Visit the haberdashery. I don't know where you keep your clothes, and the armory, and prepare. You shall be out of the city for a good while.
Great. I'll just go catch my breath real quick. I will return.
Haberdashery.
So we're getting hats.
Yeah.
Very good hats.
Yeah. Secret hats.
Do they have holes for my ears?
No, you have to cut them yourselves.
The haberdashery will be able to add those holes. That's what they do.
We also have
make you a
doll-sized
special
hats.
Yes.
Haberdashery.
You eventually, Tala or Effie comes and kind of scoops everyone up, and you all get ushered back into the the dance studio.
Yeah. And I've taken a shower. Or a bath.
A shower and a bath.
All of the above.
All around.
How does
You have
Franklin
time.
bathe? Does?
It's it's only been like a week. Man.
He was all soup damp. Like.
Soup damp.
That's a level of dampness that I didn't know about.
I don't know.
You all have a moment to bathe, and clothing can be provided.
Okay.
Do I get armor?
Yeah, you can go and replace your basic kit of what was taken.
Do I have a spare tome?
You could get
No, because it has all my studying in it, right?
I mean, so it's your spell. There's
Or is it
like
just where I write them?
it's where you put the actual spells to study them. So you can get like another spell book.
But it would take a while to like put all those things into it, right?
We can say
That I do
that
it all at home.
no, because it would
Good
take a day.
backups, right?
It would take a couple hours. We can say that there's like a level 0 acolyte down there that's like creating beginner tomes.
And I'm like, I'll take that.
Yeah, you take it, and then now you can customize it and whatnot.
Thanks, John.
Yeah. I didn't think about the tome when I was doing this, so that's on me. That's on me.
That I did feel actually a little sentimentally attached to because I've put a lot of work into that, but it's fine.
Well, it's Ria's fault. Somehow. And you are all very, very short order standing in front of not only Rhea, but also Emberheart, the dwarf captain. And Rhea's like, oh, yes, Effie, and Tala, and others. Sorry, I've not time to learn names yet. I've got a mission of utmost importance for you. The army of true favor has been wreaking havoc all across the lands. We know very little about it. What I want, at least the two of you to do, ideally the four of you, because things work better in groups, especially for streaming shows where there's 4 people in the cast.
What?
I would like... sorry, visions again.
She's very elderly.
I'm very...
187 years old.
I would like you to volunteer for the army of true favor and infiltrate the ranks and report back what you've learned. Now, they're not going to just let you in, so we've prepared a little bit for you. You will be given information of the shipping schedules and the real routes for not only Citrin's tax payments, but payments from other counties around the realm, with the expectancy that they will get raided and taken. Ideally, you can position yourselves as some sorts of authority, but it is a dire consequence that we learn what they need, why they need it, and how they plan to go about getting it. You will be gone, most likely, for an extended period. You will have time to prepare before you go, but I'd like to see you leave first in the morning. We have rumors that their camp with their lead general is to the north. At least that's where our trackers have followed. So we can point you in that direction. But you may have to do some unsavory things in order to gain favor. True favor. Ah, look what I did. True favor. Ah. She tickles herself. She's funny with it.
And do you know anything of the group that's already working against them? Because we were rescued by others.
Oh, I know nothing of another group actively making moves. Though, the way that they've been pushing across the lands, it would be unwise to think about there not being another sort of resistance or uprising fighting back. We don't have enough information right now to send all of our forces. We don't know if we're facing 100 men or 10,000. There are too many questions, and unfortunately, this is the easiest way to get the questions.
And will no other house help us? This is on House Egan alone for the whole of Citrine.
Oh no, every house is making moves. But I trust no information but my own, as you will come to understand as you dance further.
I understand that this mission is very important, but you're a dance instructor?
I was thinking the exact same thing, and I'm glad that you brought that up. I didn't want to interrupt because I am a guest, as they say. But yeah, you are a very peculiar dance instructor.
Yes, watch. And she starts tapping her cane on a 4-beat, and you know exactly what this is.
I'm gonna do it.
And yeah, give me a performance, or have someone give me a performance.
Nobody tell me what you have. I will just guess. But I also have a feat. I just want to look at this feat that I have really quick. So, question.
Well, while you look that up,
Okay, well, no, it's like.
let me give a brief recap of where we're at here.
Yes.
Just for the table and also for the new people tuning in. Okay, this is episode 2. In our first episode, we met this group, and they were just they were returning to the capital city, Citrine, and they were set upon by the army of true favor. I don't. There's 4 armies now. They were set upon and kidnapped, not just them, but several commoners and people, refugees from previous raided villages.
We saved so many babies.
They saved at least 6 babies, and they were taken on their way towards a work camp in order to pave roads and make the army's invasion easier. However, they were sprung by a very friendly Shuni character named Dexter, led through the woods and given provisions and pointed back this way. They are just now returning to the city for their first time since we started the campaign with the information that was the rumors that we were talking about earlier. And now they are being given a dance lesson. Performance. Should someone like to roll that?
Yeah, I'm just taking a shot in the dark because I don't know if anyone has performance, but I'm just gonna ask Akane to roll it for me.
Oh gosh, of course.
You can't have worse.
You chose wrong.
I almost chose you.
Yeah.
You chose wrong. You chose wrong.
Don't choose me.
Now the other things that were mentioned by your dance instructor, she's quite good at. This, that's an 8.
I was gonna ask about this feat, but I don't think it matters because I don't think it'll work. I have the fascinating performance feat, which I would have chosen Tala because I don't want her to suspect anything of me. But it's against her will DC, which I'm sure is higher than 8.
She doesn't want you to see her in her real dancing.
Wait!
You don't want to see her like that.
I can use a hero point.
You can use a hero point.
Could I reroll? And then I'll try to fascinate Tala.
Wait, so you have to go with the same person? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're gonna re-roll, but it's gonna be in the box, in the Norse Foundry hero
Norse
point.
Foundry box.
Norse Foundry?
I'm so sorry.
So
Girl, you look good once you back that thing up.
So she starts with the 4 count. 1, doof, 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 and
But I'm a good dancer though.
I'm so sorry.
at least like goes up, raises
I'm
on
so
point, and she starts the pirouette movement, and then she stumbles, and you get
My stab wound.
from Rhea, and you keep trying to rise and it just dropping down, and then she looks back to Akane and goes, as you can see, she's in need of much instruction.
Oh, I definitely would agree
I swear I'm better
on
than
that
this.
point.
I'll perform for you another time.
You are injured. It's that is definitely a big injury that you have there.
That's better than I have.
As companions to Tala and Effie, you shall be granted a similar status here within the walls of the keep, meaning you can resupply yourself at our stores or our armory. Perhaps you need something, but I don't know what you.
Oh, don't you want to know our names before you offer us such things?
I don't need to know father's names.
Hi, I'm Franklin.
Oh,
Very, very good.
You want to be
He
my
is,
friend?
he is Franklin.
yeah.
Very good. Again, I just don't care. I'm sorry. You can't get attached.
She's a bit harsh sometimes. Try taking dance lessons with her.
I don't think I would like that very much.
I will take her to be my friend.
I don't know if that's possible, dear Franklin. Is it?
No.
Could that be a part of the agreement?
I've got my own friends and my own life. You should avail yourselves of what you can here before you leave in the morning. I'll leave you to plan. And Tala, I suggest you at least say hello to your mother before you head out again.
Oh, yes.
And I'll leave you to it. And she just kind of turns back to Dream, and he looks at you all and goes, "Ha! Be careful. It's dangerous out there."
We're
And
aware.
then, and then they get into a muffled conversation.
So the dance instructor knew a lot about the Army of True Favor.
Well, I had just informed her quite a bit about it, you know.
I'm going to add that to a list of things we mentioned that I had been called fodder. Okay, fodder. Yes.
I actually had overheard when we were in Crest Hill that people and animals were disappearing from outskirts, and I thought she'd be interested, and obviously we realized it's from the army, so we had a little discussion beforehand about it.
Quick question. Because I'm new. Do dance instructors generally have political influence or power, or generally send people out on missions to possibly get physically injured for their own gain?
No.
Okay.
I'm about as in the dark as you are.
But you've known each other for quite some time.
Yeah, I'd never been to one of her dance lessons before.
And I've only just done I think it doesn't come from Rhea, it comes from higher up, from Amira, and they need things done, and we're just quite efficient at everything, so it makes most sense to send us out. I mean, we're quite capable. We did deliver the message they asked us to, and now we're going to casually infiltrate an army and do that for
At the
them.
request of your dance teacher.
And your captain?
Don't worry, I know some songs you can dance to. We'll make sure that they become our friends really fast.
They did say we may have to use unsavory means to gain their favor, so
Well, friends are fun.
we'll put on a wild performance.
I like friends.
All right. So you've just been given an assignment from the dance instructor and captain of the guard,
And a dance performance.
and you saw what would be akin to a 4th grade recital. I don't know. It was a bad. It was bad. It was a bad roll.
Roll a sixth grade recital.
Nauseous too, actually.
You have a few hours to prepare and plan on what you want to do, and then we'll set off towards the Army of True Favor.
I do have to go see my mom.
Yeah.
I should let her know that I'm alive.
Yeah, just visit. Just stop in and say hey.
Yeah.
You don't actually have to. We could say that you did.
Yeah, I did.
If you want. Okay.
I'll write a letter
Hi,
to
Mom.
my
Oh, I
I'm
was so
alive.
excited for you to
Goodbye.
explain the random guests in your home, but that's okay.
Hi, Mom. This is Franklin.
Hi, I'm Franklin.
Akane.
Yeah.
Correct.
Akihabara. Okay.
That's it.
Akibaba.
You find sometimes it's hard. Like you would know, sometimes it's hard to actually get time alone with your mom.
Yeah.
Because her being the direct handmaiden.
I feel like essentially it would just be that knock knock.
Yeah.
I'm alive, but I'm gonna head out again.
Okay, bye.
3 months. Bye.
Yeah.
Deuces.
Don't join enemy armies except the one about favor. Ignore the others.
Thanks,
Valor.
Mom.
Jared,
That's me.
in this city, is there like a magical shop that would make adorable clothing to help protect the puppet?
Does it need to be magical clothing, or can it just be clothing? Or are
Unfortunately,
you looking to get like armor?
our dear Franklin can't wear armor, so it has to be like magical armor.
Well, you can wear rings and stuff, right?
Yeah, can I get some rings?
How much gold does Franklin have?
Franklin, thanks to the blessing of the people out there, has 16 gold.
What?
What?
Yeah,
Do we?
because everyone loves Franklin.
That is
Did you not
true.
spend any gold?
No, I'm a puppet. I have 10.
Oh my gosh. That's true.
You know something to cast your spells with?
Tim!
But you don't have
Toss a coin.
Toss a coin.
like a book or something?
And like I had to spend gold on
Yeah, I don't have any.
armor and swords.
No,
and
I tried to put on armor and it didn't work, and then I can't carry a sword. It's too
Well-
big.
I'll tell you what. You can get a magical ring,
Rang.
rang, if You said you had 16?
Uh-huh.
If you can get another 1,084 gold pieces.
All right, guys. You out there in chat, I need 1,032 coins. Huzzah! That's not a coin. So if you guys can... 1,081.
Magical items are a little expensive.
Yeah, I see that.
But that's okay.
It's okay.
Another coin.
1,030.
Lamar's getting some coins, probably. Yeah, he's got 2 at least.
Can I get another disguise kit from our house? I had one in my bag. I feel like that.
Yeah, I'm sure you have your dance
From
instructor
my
has some
instructor?
has some in the dance cabinet.
Okay, I'm gonna go with the dance cabinet.
The dance costume.
You can get regular clothing,
Yeah, another coin.
and you can get you can put runes on
Another
your
coin.
clothing.
Is that all for me?
So like a rune of
Protection or something?
I forget what it's called. Potency. It's a potency rune.
Okay.
Is much cheaper. I think it's called potency on the armor. Stand by. Continue, and I'll deal with this.
Yeah, Franklin all of a sudden just has coins in his pocket. Is like,
Fine.
I have so many new friends. If I could just get 1,028 more friends.
The number keeps changing.
So does this mean
Because it
that
keeps
Akane
going down.
can get ammo for this long
You can
rifle?
go into the house stores and get like into the armory, and you can replace it. You can get a pistol
Oh, nice.
and
Okay.
some
It's not like
some.
Misery's End, but it'll do.
Yeah. You can get something functional.
For the time being.
I have a question about the bastard sword that I picked up.
Yes.
You said it's not like the best quality.
Yeah, it's
But it is a standard bastard.
Yeah,
sword.
it's not worse than. There's no negative stats to it. It's just like it's seen a couple battles. Like a farmer probably used it to hit a nail in. Like
I'm assuming they don't have
Classic
katanas.
stuff. Yeah.
So what can I use instead of a katana? Is there a short sword or some other sword?
yeah, there's
available?
basically any kind of sword in
Okay.
here.
Yeah. I want to get rid of my short sword. I like my rapier. So if there's another rapier in the
rapiers.
dance
Yeah.
closet, I'll take it.
That sounds lovely.
In the dance closet.
I'll hold
the
on to this
dance
short sword.
closet.
I'll hold on to the short sword. Maybe I'll just sell it somewhere. I got this for free. Why shouldn't I?
All armor. Ain't that about it?
I feel like I would love to see that other dance that you mentioned that was better than the one that we saw. You said that was not a true showing of your skill, and for some reason I believe you. I'm not sure about this dance instructor. I think that you were holding back for some reason. Maybe it was the pressure because we were focused on your steps there, and you got
did.
tripped up.
We did really put her on the spot.
We did.
didn't
We did.
I've got an idea. Why don't we go down to the double duck or the hungry bear? Silly old bear.
Silly old bear.
Depending on what kind of time you're trying to have. Honestly, if we're going for dancing, double duck's probably better. And have a drink and perhaps discuss a plan of attack. Since we have to leave tomorrow, I suppose we should figure it out before we leave.
Sounds like a good idea.
And why not over ale, you know?
Ale and
then I can dance there.
dance
Yeah.
steps and
Yes.
moves and
Perhaps
whatnot.
better
yes.
after I've had some ale.
And maybe you can do some more of your fortune telling.
Yeah!
I bet
were
you could
so
get
great
coin
last
that way.
time.
Yeah!
Just hustling
I'm
people.
gonna get so much coin to get a napkin's worth of magical clothing.
So you can get potency
Okay.
runes, and basically you can trick your armor out or your weapons out by you get a rune, and then you can build on that rune. Everything basically needs to get a potency rune first,
Okay.
and then you can put other runes on in addition. A potency rune is 160 gold. And has the requirement of level 5, which I will waive and say 3. I'll say level 3.
Guys, you have 15 more episodes to get me 160 gold. I believe in you. You're the best audience out there.
Well, you did just get
You
quite
only
an
need like
influx.
140.
Yeah.
You just got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gold.
Oh,
From the DAT network gave you 2. Kitsu723, it's
Dat-
Lucas Martinez, Adam
fam,
Kimbleton,
best fam.
POTUS, Nessie the Lake Called Ness, and What Would Scooby Do?
So I am at 23, so 147.
You realize that 23 gold is like
$230.
3 families' yearly income.
You realize that Franklin doesn't really need gold because he's.
Well, seems like he needs gold because he doesn't buy things.
Well, anyway, thank you for another coin. I believe in you guys. You guys are awesome. You're all Franklin's friends. Anyway.
Franklin's friends merch idea.
200, 300 pre-orders. You can have a doll. Franklin all year on. We're just gonna go down to this.
We're gone. We're over. It's gonna
I'm
be
going to the
episode.
tavern.
All right.
We're going to the tavern.
All
The
right.
double duck it is.
All right.
Why did I was going to say the slippery duck, and that's not.
Nope, this is the double duck. Slippery duck is a different kind of
Slippery
establishment.
ducks.
All right. Are you displaying any family heraldry or anything?
Oh yeah. I would wear like my blue house color dance attire. or
Okay.
whatever.
So you're not
I think it gets me attention.
you're not hiding who you are or anything.
No. God no.
Okay. So you walk
Like
in.
Tala, this place is really fun. I know we usually go to the bear, but it's gonna get a little rowdy, but it's gonna be fun.
All right. Okay.
You're gonna love
You've
it.
heard some of the guards talk about the double duck.
I do.
The boys love the double duck.
I've heard some talk. I mean, I've never been invited, but I'm happy to be here.
You're invited.
It is a brick and like natural timber building. It's 3 stories. At the top 2 being an inn, which actually is stuffed right now, and the common room, which is also very packed.
Good.
It's
Full room.
clean, and it's not too bright, but it's not too dim. Like you can see, but there are corners you can hide in if you want to. There is a large half-orc standing behind the bar, a large, older half-orc, much older. And there is kind of a teenage half-orc at the door, kind of functioning as a bouncer. But other than that, inside, all manner of people can be seen from all classes. Most of them are, heavy in their cups or focused on their thing. Because it's not a lot of, with the raiding and the people missing, it's not like a, hey, kind of vibe. Like,
Oh no.
yeah.
Can we make it that fun?
It's,
Cheer up, everyone.
Should we
it's like
roll
My
to
Mythical
read
Romance
the
is up there
round?
playing or something.
Do we play instruments?
Can we
Maybe
roll
we
for
have a
height?
band or something.
There is My Mythical Romance is up there.
Oh,
I'm perfectly fine.
you guys
I saw them in 3 towns over. They're absolutely fantastic. Oh, what a lucky,
God.
lucky
I'm perfectly
night.
They are the band of my childhood.
Gerald Path is really the best singer out there.
I knew I liked you for a reason. You have excellent.
Thank you. As do you.
Oh, goodness. Goodbye to the White Samba was a
we just-
fantastic song.
We just got our new favorite NPC. Wake up, big new.
They're currently getting ready to start their biggest hit, the Bright Parade.
Of course.
Goodbye to the Bright
lit,
Parade.
Now it's lit.
I want to get a drink.
We'll drop it off. We'll drop it off.
All right, to the bar.
Yeah. You guys can manage to get a table kind of aside to yourselves. It's hard. You gotta like kick some people out.
Tala just looks down at them.
You just put Franklin on the table and they
Oh yeah.
No.
they bolt. So you get a table. The half orc comes up. Say, oh, what can I get for you?
Can I have some milk?
We got cow milk, and we got goat milk, and we got sheep milk, and he lists like 6 other animals. So what kind of milk do you want?
Ow.
One cow milk. What about you?
I'll have an ale.
1 ale.
Do you have blood and bones? It's a very well-known dwarven spirit.
Oh, we have blood. We have bones.
That's a no. What is your...
I'll check the spirit case and we'll find something. And what about you?
I'll order the wine that I always order.
Okay. I'll be back.
I mean, I'm more to Jared than whatever.
And he lumbers away. Like again, he's pretty hell old for a half orc. And, 4 or 5 minutes, he comes back with it's not exactly what you want, but it's a whiskey-ish type rummish kind of.
This will do.
Oh, you just pay before you leave. I know you. Well, I know you.
I'm Franklin.
Hi, Franklin. Are you old enough to drink?
Well, he's having.
I don't actually care.
Oh, good.
There's no age limit to drinking milk.
Oh, okay.
My husband used to love that joke. Okay, enjoy yourselves and keep calm. And he
See you, Fred.
he goes back behind the.
I can't come up with a fantasy name.
He's got a name. He just
It's
needs to-
Fred.
It's not Fred.
That's his nickname.
It's Freddy. Freddy.
Frederick?
I'll tell you later when I got his character sheet out.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's got a character name. What's he doing?
Um,
What he do?
so we head up tomorrow. Are you dancing tonight?
Maybe after a few more glasses.
All right.
An inspiring performance to rouse us in our adventure.
I'm very excited to see it.
God, I shouldn't be talking it up.
So we head out tomorrow. We need to infiltrate this army. What do we do? I'm not one who lies often or...
Oh, you are in luck, my friend. I just so happen to be one of the best infiltrators. For reasons. We'll just leave it at that.
That concerns me mildly, but I will not pry any further.
I can teach you whatever it is that you need to know. And deceiving and persuasion, diplomacy.
So are we to present ourselves as if we are switching sides, or are we just going to pretend like we've belonged there the entire time?
Perhaps that we've fallen on hard times. I mean, cities are falling because of this army. Why couldn't we just want some reassurance by joining a well-maintained organization?
Are you too well known outside of the city?
Perhaps if we wear our house's coat of arms, but if we just change, we should be fine.
Well, the nice dancing lady did give us information about cargo and stuff that's going in between the city. We could easily disguise ourselves as, well, ruffians and steal their stuff and then bring that stuff to the army as tribute and say, hi, we're here to join you and become friends.
Or we could stow away as well.
She did say that she anticipated these trains being taken, or these shipments being taken anyways. So rather than steal and then return, we could also, as Tala suggested, hide with them and be stolen again, I guess.
I think I'd rather go as a friend than as a... I don't know
Enemy.
better way. Yes.
But you would go
that's
as an
the
enemy to the
sentence.
people you were stealing from.
Also, point just so that I'm sure I was clear. If they don't get the information of the shipping routes and stuff from you, they won't.
Oh,
be
that's
able
a
to steal
bargaining
them.
chip
Yeah.
for us. So we're not supposed to steal anything. We're supposed.
I mean, you could.
I mean,
It's an option.
But we can
Yeah.
also just go tell them and be like, "Hey, we want to join your army. We know
have
some stuff."
valuable information.
Yeah, it's an option.
Oh, a bargaining tool. I see. I did
leverage.
misunderstand that.
I do
I
like leverage.
Also did. But I have a Swiss
page.
cheese brain, so
I have +3 intelligence, so I shouldn't. But it's fun.
this one.
That's my character, not me.
So, we have the information on the shipping routes that we're using as leverage, correct?
Yes,
We're finding that
Correct.
out?
And also too, I believe there was some tax payment type of situation from the different cities that was collected.
I think it was like a delivery of a tithe or tax. Yes, yes,
was-
that is what it was.
Just so distracted by the fact that the dance instructor was giving us this mission.
You know what? Is there like somewhere I could? Is the band still performing, or should I perform my own thing?
Yeah, sure. The band's
I
still
can just
going.
perform to my.
You want to
mythical
go just dance in front of them?
Yeah.
Do you want to dance for them
I'm gonna go get Gerald's attention.
What's
I
the
am
intention?
trying to prove that I can
Okay.
because my group is questioning me / my instructor, and I really can dance, which is upsetting. But I'll do it like to the music. I'm not trying to like take. I mean, attracting attention is fine, but I'm not trying to like take away from the band, like make a whole
Okay.
separate thing.
All right. So give me your performance, or have someone give me your
I'm
performance.
gonna lean
check.
down to Franklin. I'm gonna say, Franklin, do you believe in me?
Of course, you're my friend.
Thank you. Can you roll a performance for me?
Yes.
And I'll do the same thing. I'll fascinate. I'll do the same thing. If I do okay, I'll fascinate Tala.
In your head, Franklin, you hear a message in your head go, 1, 2, 3, 4. And hero point.
Wait, can you use his for fun? Is that okay?
Yeah,
I was gonna use
I'm gonna
one
do
of
that for
yours.
you.
That's fine. One day.
13.
What's your will save?
Okay, I have to roll a will save.
I don't know. Do you roll it? No, it's your will DC. Sorry.
How do I?
So it's gonna be 10 plus the modifier.
For
Just as the flat.
Flat will.
So 10
it's
plus
gonna be,
will.
It's gonna be about
16.
13. Dang it. I'm just trying to impress Tala.
Yeah, well, it's really hard.
Tallest
right
applaud you
there.
no matter what. You have to realize that.
It's very difficult to like do an interpretive dance to My Chemical or My Mythical Romance.
It's just me
And
like
they-
moshing.
They aren't even playing Helen.
You mean Jasper?
They're playing I'm Not Well.
I'm perfectly fine.
Some people because they're drunk, they kind of like, all right. Some people get up and
I'm really distracting. Like I have a
do a
flowy
thing,
outfit.
and like you get a couple coppers, like kind of tossed at the floor.
I feel like Akane, and seeing this and seeing probably the look on Effie's face where it's like, this didn't exactly, I don't know if this is working on Tala. I'm going to try to join on the dance floor to mimic
Okay. It's in the acronym.
and
13's not the worst.
you know,
But that's
like,
above
so
average.
then that way in the she had some of her spirits. She's trying to help because I know that Effie really wants to impress. So we're gonna do a tandem dance, a dance together.
Okay.
I'm distracting them all.
So I'm gonna give you a choice on what you want to roll
Yes.
here. You could roll a performance
Okay.
because you are trying to mimic the dance there, or you could roll a deception in that you're trying to convince other people she knows what she's doing.
I'm gonna say deception, like it's a new trending dance. We're gonna make this work.
Who's rolling your deception check for you?
I'm gonna say because it's a duo. It's gonna be Effie. Effie's gonna roll this for me.
Is Effie good at lying?
Go
We'll find out.
I don't know. We're working as a team, so we're gonna just believe.
What, Jared?
I'm
What?
watching.
Stop!
I'm just watching.
I just like how Tyler and Franklin are like,
I'm terrible. Why can't I do
That was a 2. That was a 2 on the die.
This die, actually, you know what? I'm gonna use my tiny one because the big one is limited.
Put it in the hero point.
I know.
if you roll a 1,
I
I'm
know.
going to die laughing.
I'm going to, yeah. I'm
put
gonna
that energy
die
I
crying.
have to say it.
It's an 18
Oh,
plus
plus
3 deception, which is a
Yes.
21.
Yes.
I can dance.
Wait, do we just do that?
We can dance.
Akane seems taken with Effie's dance, and sure enough, gets up and hops around and
It's the way you move your
flails, and
foxtail. It inspires me.
they seem to be doing the same thing. Some more coppers kind of fly into the room.
You can definitely tell personalities on each side of the table.
Tala looks at Franklin and goes, oh, they're doing very well, aren't they?
It's on a beat this time. Huzzah for beats!
Well, that was fun. Should we get back to the plan?
I had to interrupt our big plan.
Distraction tactic by any means. I just felt the need to dance to that song.
And I am just there for encouragement through movement.
Cheers, Akane. That was beautiful.
Cheers. I felt like we were a team. We synchronized our steps, sort of. It was fantastic.
Kind of.
Yes, that was great.
Hopefully you can dance for the people we have to infiltrate.
Oh, they might like that.
They could hire me as a dancer.
Yes.
Every army needs a dancer, obviously.
I haven't been around that long. Is that true? Do armies need dancers?
Usually they have bards to play drums and things as we march in battle. Dances are great entertainment, though.
Are you a bard?
No, she's
No. I am an okay singer, but I don't do like the magic singing.
No, she's a dancer. Bards are mostly musicians and bards of that sort.
We also, besides a dancer, need to get a possessed doll with a soul into the army. I think dancers a little, like, it's pretty feasible.
Well, and
you
you're a
know.
singer, so I mean, are you a bard?
You're a singer!
I mean, I like to sing, and my songs do kind of have an effect on people. I guess I kind of am a bard.
Would you be opposed to us sneaking you in, potentially?
No, I'm actually very good at sneaking in places. People don't really notice me that much until they do.
I mean, he is small enough we could put him in a bag.
Yes, I think that is a good plan because I don't know why, but I have a feeling a puppet is not necessarily someone they would normally have amongst their ranks.
Or we could, maybe you would be useful in a spying situation. You sit very still. You're very good at that.
Yeah, I could infiltrate like one of the captain's places when he's sleeping and help him, sleep. And then that way you guys are not disturbed.
We will take that down as a good suggestion.
I'm good at that.
But I think we need to focus on the fact that you both do not have the same experience as I when it comes to infiltration.
No, I definitely don't have any experience with any of those things.
Okay,
Perception. Rolling. Perception. Roll perception for me.
I'm just a dancer!
Roll perception. No.
For you?
No. Yeah, for me. No. Just me, Jared.
I guess deception.
Oh wait, then do I have Akane, digital
Okay,
deception. Akane, if you could.
Come on.
oh God, no! Okay, re-roll!
Everybody use a hero point.
Hold on, don't tell him yet.
I
Don't
think
tell
this
him.
was a 1 or 2, but it's fine. Just
We're down to 2 hero points left.
that'll
That's
do.
better. That's better.
I don't know what your deception is. Or wait, deception?
That's a 14.
Oh, your deception is very good. Your deception.
What is your perception?
I think they saw John Cena.
I rolled a natural 1 on the die. On the hero point. That I tried to improve
Yeah.
from a 3.
Even though you know. Oh, well, I guess technically it's you. You wholeheartedly take everything she says, even things she hasn't told you yet.
Yeah.
Face value.
I feel like Franklin looks at Tala to be like, is that true? And Tala's like, yes.
You should teach us about these infiltration tactics.
Yes, how does one infiltrate and how does one convince people that you belong?
Well, you have to. No, I need to take a drink because I'm depressed. For no reason.
I think that's psychic damage.
Tell her you belong.
No, I mean like if I'm not supposed to be like.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like this is a trending thing with you. You mentioned something about not being invited places like this slippery duck. I mean,
Double
Double
duck.
double duck.
The slippery duck's next door.
We can't get a name right to say that.
Adventure where names mean nothing.
And they're like, you have to name the commanding
That's
officer.
it.
None of us will
I
win.
can't wait till we make it like level 20 and the big guy's like, what is my name? Jeff?
Steve?
Freddie? Freddie?
Well, it's just that my main job is to take charge of, well, not take charge, but I guard a 15-year-old boy, so I don't really do much else.
I see. Well, we're going to have to forget all of your usual training because that will not come in handy for what we need you to be excellent at, which is blending in into this army, seeming like you're on common grounds. You are similar in mind and also too dedicated to their cause, making sure that they feel in their guts that you are someone to be trusted, someone who even maybe they want to follow, someone who's inspiring even. I think all of those different qualities, you have that, but just swap it. You have to be a little bit more crooked in your path. You're kind of straight and narrow. We're gonna have to take you off of that a bit. A different journey.
You have to be a bad friend.
In a matter of speaking, you have to be willing to do some things that you don't normally do.
But a bad friend to
Yourself, really.
myself?
Yeah, you have to learn to lie and deceive people. It's for self-preservation, but sometimes that's what needs to happen. I have to lie to people all the time and not tell them my name is Franklin.
What did you say your name was?
Jeff?
The old orc hops on by. You say your name is Franklin.
My name is Jeff.
And he continues his rounds.
I think that Effie might have a bit more of a talent because, she believes that she's an excellent dancer, and I believe that that's proven to be the opposite. But that's great because sometimes you have to almost believe the lie. You believe it, and then you
Dance battle me right now.
We can have a dance.
The ale has been flowing. Dance battle me right now.
I haven't seen anyone better than me.
This is what this conversation. I did not mean to offend. I'm just saying that you might be better at deceiving than dancing.
I'm great
They're two
at
different
many
skills.
things, and you will see that.
Sometimes you must believe the lie in order for it to be more effective, and that is what you do so well. You believe the lie that you
I'm
are
dying.
excellent at dancing.
I'm just gonna
It's
shut the
fantastic.
laptop.
I thought we were friends a minute ago.
We are. I'm saying that you have a new talent that I discovered recently, and that's that you are great at believing your own lies. It's fantastic.
Effie's
Just wait.
defense.
Yes.
She is off her game today. She's generally a fantastic. I've seen it. I've seen it on multiple
Seen it
occasions.
for like a
Yeah,
whole
I
decade.
fully believe 100% without a single doubt that you are the best dancer I have ever seen.
Right. Somebody has to answer the perception.
You know what? I know they're lying. I don't have to roll for that.
You know what?
Tala is not lying.
No, I know Tala's not lying.
You continue to drink and discuss through the night
Tala's got my back.
until you're ushered out of the double duck.
Just you guys wait till I get one round of combat.
This little 15-year-old half-orc comes out. Hey, time to go. Time to go. No one cares.
it's not
No
time
one cares.
My name is
Fred, you saw that, right?
You head on back home. You go to sleep, and you wake up ready to set out for the armies of True Favors camp. Are there any last moment things that Franklin needs to do?
Actually, no.
What about Tala?
Did we come up with a plan?
We have leverage.
You didn't really come up with a plan.
bad people.
No, I already
It got
said goodbye to my
detracted
mom,
into
so-
yeah.
When the insulting started, the discussion ended.
What is Effie's last moment of
I get it.
preparedness?
I would have written a letter to my parents yesterday just to be like same thing as Tala, like,
Hey, alive, cool. All right.
they don't really care.
You don't know that.
That's not a lot, but
very presumptuous.
we're still, so they're off, they're doing their thing, I'm doing my thing. It's like, I'm just like, hey, I'm alive. Bye.
Any last minute prep for Akane?
Yes, so as long as she has at least 2 of the weapons, like rapier, pistol, whatever, right? That they have available, and then including ammo, because the potential of needing that is very high. But also too, I think she would try to, based off of the information I think that Effie probably at some point earlier in the night before the dance battle occurred, may have relayed as far as the information.
What information? What information?
Didn't you, with the tax and the different shipment information, you shared that with the group?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think she was going to tell us, or she did tell us what they were. She gave us papers or something with them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of
we have
and kind of
we have the
examining that,
thing, yeah.
and then just trying to, from that, figure out a way to use that information and kind of trying to strategize, because this is something that Akane really loves. She loves being able to get the one up on someone, so she wants to try to see if she can come up with a plan for the group for the morn, so to speak, so they're ready to deceive and infiltrate.
We are the best at this.
Well, I will say that you can take about 25 shots, like bullets, with you,
Okay.
because they are kind of bulky, and you basically have the time it takes to get to the camp. I was gonna flash forward us there, but you're gonna develop a plan, so they need to know the plan before they get there. So let's hear your plan.
Oh, okay. So, my plan is, let me do the talking.
I think that's a very wise plan.
We will do as Effie mentioned, and seem like we are coming with information in order to, or maybe that was Franklin, I can't remember, one of you mentioned it, seeming as though we're tired of working with the others and we want to switch sides, so to speak. And in giving this valuable information, we want to be one of their ranks. We offer various skills. That is when we can all show our different abilities. And then she's looking at Effie. And that they
Effie is silent with so many secrets. She's just not going to say anything.
that they might find very useful. And I believe that as long as you agree with what I'm saying and don't give any signs that might show that you might not be telling the truth. Everyone has a tell. Just, you would do well to hide that, if you do.
Should I practice lying on the way?
You know, I think we should do a fun game. 21 questions
That sounds like a lot of questions.
What about 2 truths and a lie?
Yes.
There we go. That's actually even better. See, I am being
I have an idea too. What if I just stay on your shoulder and people think I'm not alive? And so when you need to talk or like deceive people, I can talk for you. People will think that you're doing.
Or the bag idea.
Yeah, we put Franklin in a bag.
Or something. Or I did like your perfectly positioned, like somewhere inconspicuous where he won't be seen, but it also helps because he does not move. So perhaps we find a little spot to place him before we fully enter and discuss what we're planning to do, like at the camp, I mean.
I'm a backup plan.
Well, we also need you to watch our backs, Franklin, because you're our friend, and we're yours.
Can we turn one of our backpacks into like a backpack baby Bjorn for Franklin?
Sure.
I'm just thinking
Someone give me a craft check.
I'm thinking one of those Chewbacca
Just to see
backpacks
how
from
it is.
Disneyland,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's just Franklin instead of Chewbacca.
I just want to see if it's more like if he's riding or if he's like just lashed.
Well,
So
who
I don't know who's the
okay,
best
who's
crafter.
rolling crafting for you?
I feel
I could
like
sew something.
Akane might be
Oh,
able to
God.
craft. Akane,
we will believe.
you look like you might have some crafting abilities, so it would be wonderful if you could help me out.
You're so dexterous and nimble.
You know, I may use them more for certain weapons and explosives.
Oh,
Let's
that
see if
should
that
be
comes into
fine.
play this time around. Oh, that is a 19.
Somehow it does.
So I guess I feel like maybe Akane is like using some of the knowledge that they don't know about some of her travels aboard certain ships where sometimes you have to like fix the sails or do
Like I'd use a sheep shank there.
yeah, you're like, oh, there's a rip, there was a storm, you gotta fix it. And she decides to use that same logic and skill, but just in a new, unique way, creating this baby carrying device for Franklin.
Franklin Bjorn. Okay, so yeah, you take like Franklin's kit, put it in your bag essentially, and then like disassemble his bag and kind of put him in. Do you want him facing like the back of your head, or do you want him facing?
Facing behind.
Okay, so he's always.
So he's watching our back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you get you're like the kid in the back of the Volkswagen. You get a very different vacation.
Wow, trees.
And it takes a good while. It takes about a week to follow this trail. But surely you start to see the signs of like an out camp. You don't see any soldiers yet, but you definitely see signs of soldiers crossing. You see spots where like animals have been bivouacked and like prepared. You see where horse lines were run, and the ground itself starts to get muddy and more like chewed up, like more people have been moving on it. And you walk into this town. It's more of a village, really, but there's no, like, you don't see the farmers on the outcroppings. There's no wagons going in or coming out. Occasionally you see someone ride in, usually a cloaked figure, or someone ride out. But it appears that this town is the kind of base area. There is a large flapping banner of a golden fist with a lance coming out of the side, hung from the town hall / common building / kind of tavern type place. And you like, without approaching, you can take your moment and see like some people in guard positions, but there's no one like outwardly visible.
I I feel like Akane would approach one of the guards if it seemed like someone was armed, or it seemed like they were potentially one of their maybe lower ranking officers, so to speak.
You can go to where you like saw a person like through a window or what, but you've not seen
No one
anyone out and about like actual
would match
stationary.
that. Okay.
Like there's a lack of people visible. Like it's more like if you were a guard, you would post up to watch the ins and outs here, or like someone is watching. You get the feeling that someone is watching. You just cannot find where that's at.
Okay. I want to at least go, like, if I did see someone looking out of a window or something along those lines, going at least in that direction to try to get their attention.
Okay, are you all going kind of in like as a group, or?
Yeah, I feel like we would be together.
Okay. You walk into this town and it's like a ghost town. The dust blows and the little tumbleweed goes by and you hear the and you start like looking in the doors and the window where you think you see someone, and you turn around, you're just about to kind of give up and walk away, and you hear from up on the rooftop, it's like, in this really scraggly voice, he's like, "Hey, what are you doing here?" And you look up and you see a little tiny brownish green goblin staring down at you, and he's got a crossbow held out.
Oh, we mean you no harm. Quite the opposite, actually. Do you happen to know of an army of favor?
It is the army of true favor. And he does this.
And then Akane's going to do the same.
Give me a deception roll or performance.
Okay. Yes, at this point, she is determined. She said in her mind that Effie is the queen of believing her own lies. So she's like, looks at Effie and does the sign like,
Oh yeah, I'll do
for
it
that
too.
for that inspiration.
Remember last week when I rolled only above like 18? Good times. I'm gonna roll. Oh, my checklist.
Let me get his.
I should have bought those boba dice. They wouldn't have done this to me.
They would have never done this to me.
Deception. Wait, deception or performance? What'd you say?
Whichever you'd like.
They're the same. So it doesn't matter. I would like to use yours.
We're so good at
It
things.
could
Oh,
be
man,
worse, but I'd rather
In
be
the box,
better.
in the box.
Oh yes, in the box. Thank you for the reminder.
Hey, nods.
It's 2 less, so it's a 10. It's not the worst, but it's definitely not the best.
Well, unfortunately, you didn't pass his perception. I never seen you. What's his use doing here? Hey, keep your hands from your weapons.
No, we again.
You hear
Peace.
We're not pretending to be.
you hear this little guttural kind of.
We're trying to join your ranks. We believe in your cause, and we have valuable information for the army of true favor. Now we can leave, but I'm pretty sure whoever's in charge would like to hear what we have to say and offer in order to join you.
From a roof across the way, you hear and then the one who was initially talking to you guys, he goes, "Hey, put weapon in the floor."
All right. And then Akane, just because of the fact these are not her true weapons anyway, she just like instantly just like tosses them like right in the middle.
We're gonna have a single episode where you guys are able to keep your weapons.
One day.
One day. That's
I will
not
say-
2 days.
I put my sword, my rapier down, but I still have my tome in my backpack.
The
I
book.
It's a
dropped the flail.
Akane does wink at everyone. Franklin wouldn't see them.
Franklin remains adorable.
Well,
Yes.
Yeah, good job. Good work, Franklin.
Okay. Stay there. Come get 2 seconds. And you hear like
At the boot.
you hear these little thump, 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 coming down like the wooden stairs in the building. And then this little brown-headed goblin pokes his head out the side. Yeah. He waves from across the street, and 4 more goblins come over. Yeah, up. And they hit like he's got the spears that way. All right.
All right, we're going.
You glance back, and there's this poor kobold who now you just look at him. He's like scooped up all your stuff, and he's just waddling after you guys with your weapons and whatnot. You wait here. Mander, be right there.
No worries.
Mander, be here. And the one that was talking initially runs through a set of doors in the back, and you hear, and you, well, what? Of course. Show them in. And he comes out. Yeah, Mander, see, go.
Thank you.
You don't like my goblin, Lamar?
I just recognize these people.
We gonna get. You gonna
Thank you
get.
kindly. Thank
Go
you
get.
kindly.
Get on that. You're shuffled into this kind of larger room than you were expecting in the back of this. It's probably a storeroom initially, but there's a large wooden desk, tons of maps and scrolls, charts around, and kind of piled in the corner is more like missives and envelopes and it's like, oh, I do love guests. Please enter and have a seat. And he like does one of these, and a couple goblins come in and drop like flour bags on the floor for you to sit on.
Thank you for your hospitality.
It's like, oh, love, what brings you my way to the light of the army of true favor? I hear you're followers of our beliefs.
Well, we surely hope to be very soon. I believe that you will find what we have to say very interesting. But how rude of me, especially since you were so kind and welcoming. My name is Lyra. Nice to meet you. And then, like, she kind of puts out a hand, and like, like a noble lady.
He looks at it, he's like, oh, pleasure, I'm sure, Miss Lyra. I am Commander Twill Eiffel. I lead the Army of True Favor in this region.
And these are my compatriots. Why don't you introduce yourselves?
I am Wendy.
Wendy?
Yes.
Lyra, Wendy.
Anna.
This is your first test.
And you can tell Akane's like,
That was so sweet.
like it was the first test.
That was so good.
And what about you, little one?
I'm a dog on his back.
Oh. Oh, you think so? No. One doesn't rise to commander without knowing things.
Hi, my name is Franklin.
Franklin. Anna.
Uh-huh.
Wendy. Lyra.
Correct.
Excellent. I'm sorry, so impolite of me. Can I offer you some tea? Unfortunately, we don't have quite a selection, but it's warm and it fills your belly.
Oh, I'm quite all right, but I appreciate your offer.
So what brings you to my doorstep alive, if I'm being quite frankly?
Yes.
I'm Franklin.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, buddy. We know.
This is Franklin enjoys making new friends, and so does myself, Wendy, and Anna. And we hope to earn the favor from the Army of True Favor. the information. She's bad. She's really bad when it comes to jokes. So that's just not going to get better, guys. With the information that we have grown quite tired of the people of STREWN. We believe that you have more to offer. There's been raids and all sorts of nonsense that they've allowed for too long. But we've realized that you have power, you have influence, you are making changes, and that we all see. We know that where the power is shifting, and we want to be on the right side of things.
So, you seek to align yourself with the might in the land. A wise train of thought, I must say. But I must warn you that the Army of True Favor does not deal in power or control. Our mere attempt is to improve and the betterment of everything for everyone.
But that's exactly it. There is still a level of control and power that goes along with that in order to effect true change and to improve the area, to improve things with the people in society. But again, I don't want you to think that our purpose here is to go against your wills. We want to align ourselves with you. So I apologize if I misspoke, but it's just something that we have observed, and we would like to provide valuable information.
I'll be perfectly blunt. Two of your party are adorned in House Egan attire, direct from STREWN. And yet, you claim to have come here because you don't like the way things are going? Am I to believe that they've abandoned?
Yes.
I thought we said we said we were not gonna wear our outfits.
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Oh.
Yeah, we wouldn't have. I didn't say that.
That's why I was like, wait,
I was just going on the previous night. All right.
Yeah,
Ignore that statement.
I was gonna go straight for it. Like, yes.
I was like, oh God, I gotta talk my way out of this one. All right, I was ready though. I was
We're
ready.
not that dumb.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have shown up.
I know.
I don't know. I've seen your dancing.
Well, let me ask in a more appropriate manner, what do you bring to the Army of True Favor that we can't get from any sellsword?
With inside information. Due to the fact that we may be from that area, us having that insider information can prove truly valuable, especially for things that you need for your cause. They wouldn't suspect their own to defect. And I think that, again, because of the fact that they wouldn't see it coming, quite beneficial in this situation.
He leans in real close. And what exactly do we need for our cause? As you can see, we've got an army, we've got a safe place, a base of operations, and an unprecedented record of success.
That's correct. But you're missing some key things.
Like friends.
That as well. Franklin makes a great point.
There is no room in my world for friends.
And your world is very lonely.
It is, but I do not build this world for myself. I build it for others, so that they may have friends. And safety. And prosperity.
Wouldn't the others be considered your friends if you're fighting so hard for them?
I fight for an ideal.
I fight for friendship.
The idea of improving, right?
Of betterment.
Well, how could you preach that and not allow us to do the same ourselves?
I've taken no stance on you. I was pro-offered something that we need.
Yes.
a commander must weigh and decide and place every asset available to him.
I have seen Lyra rip a heart straight from a man's chest.
In fact, we are all trained in combat, and several of us in arcane prowess as well.
Yes.
Yeah, I can do things.
Message him.
I've seen
Okay. Okay.
I've seen this little one take on people 3 times, 4 times his size, not to mention multiple, dozens, laid to rest.
Yes.
But,
Frontline's fine and good,
yes,
but I mean, it is on their backs that we build this future. But again, they are a dime a dozen.
that is true. But
If you want to go to the front and fight and die, by all means.
in order to effect this change, how can one do so without coin and without supplies to fuel your army?
See, coin is a thing that we need here in the army. It is expensive improving the world. Our roads alone take golds upon golds per mile paved. How much coin are you to give us to be involved in our...
A coin.
Toss a coin!
That was the best timing I've ever seen. 10 points,
Who did
Chad.
that?
10 points.
Well done. Well done.
I love this show so much. I love this show so
You were
much.
doing so well.
Let's try.
Now threaten him
It
with our
seems at least
information.
one coin.
One coin. But there are many more. And then Akane's going to pull from behind in her satchel to her side the different scrolls with that basically she had written out like the strategic like that plan that she made where it was using the information that our lovely Wendy, aka Effie, provided from her instructor, where it's detailed basically with the shipping information, also to like the coin that's been collected from the taxes. So it's basically just detailed records like in the scroll, like so seeming like they
like
had
a ledger
collected-
type thing.
ledger.
Okay.
Yeah, so they like gave that and just gonna pass it, not even saying what it is, but just passing it confidently, sliding it.
All right. He'll reach out with a gauntleted hand and pick it up, open it, kind of peruse it a little bit. Huh. Interesting. I mean, you must obviously know that we'll check this out.
Of course.
If it works out, then there's a larger conversation to be had. In the meantime, without knowing where true loyalties lie for just having met you, perhaps a small task to prove you're in it for the true favor and not a spy hidden amongst my champions here.
That seems only fair, right, Anna?
Yes.
Franklin?
If
Wendy?
Yes, ma'am?
If you leave through the door you came in the courtyard will be a large man named Micah. He will accompany you to the south. There is a small camp there that is currently proving difficult for us to make the desired headway. They have a strong leader and a former military and war-hardened man. Your task to prove loyalty and commitment to the glorious army of true favor is to remove the hindrance. Again, Micah will go along to oversee, and should you have questions, he has some information. He is simply an undercaptain, but a man I trust with my life, and therefore the future. If this is agreeable, upon your return, we should have time to have verified your shipping schedule, and perhaps there can be a place in our hierarchy for some such as you. It would help in native lands to have someone from those lands to interact with the locals. We mean no direct harm. We just simply seek to improve. And nothing will stand in our way. So, do we have an accord?
One more thing. With this situation that you want us to take care of, would you allow us to take care of it as we deem fit, as long as it's no longer a problem for you?
I need, the army needs to send a strong message so that every hamlet and village and town and keep between here and the far reaches of Errol doesn't decide to rise up against us. I will settle for nothing less than his head.
And I expect for such a loud message we will receive well-ranked positions, because this is no small task you ask of any passing traveler to dispose of a whole camp.
The camp can stay. I care not. Cut off the head and the body dies. And again, you've come to me
And
seeking
you have a
position.
problem.
I have other means of this problem, but this solves two conundrums. One, are you devoted? Two, it lets me do so. It has you doing something while we verify your stories. And perhaps solves an issue for us. You will be paid standard wages for a not quite an undercaptain, but let's call it a sergeant's rate for your time, regardless of whether you have a permanent position here or not. And your performance will be weighed heavily upon return on where we place you.
But this means we receive our weapons back.
Oh yes, you're free to take your equipment. There's no fear here within the camp.
Now, does that mean that we have access to your weapons in order to efficiently get said job done?
Normally I would say yes, but I want to see what you're made of. What you can do with scant resources before you get real resources. Micah will transport you on one of our steam chariots. So the 3-day march will take not but several hours.
What say you, my friends?
We shall do what we must.
Exactly. Consider yourself one of our new friends and
Again, I must make it clear.
allies.
Allies I can be, but I'm friend to none, for it serves no greater purpose.
I see. No worries.
Just consider yourself lucky.
We shall see. Your weapons and Micah are through the door.
Franklin? Is everything quite all right?
Yes, everything's fine. You three are my friends, and that is all.
Yes, we are.
And we shall continue to be so, Franklin.
Yes.
I believe we have a deal.
Then we have an accord. Go collect your belongings. Micah will take you the next steps of the way. And as you exit the room, he goes down over the ledger, starts jotting some things. The doors close with a ka-chunk behind you, and we read chat.
Yay! Oh no!
Thank you all, and we will see you in 2 weeks. Bye!
Yay!